Hello YouTube, this is Frank and this is December the 5th, 2024 and this is my 88th video and my 9th Libre Computer video, and this is 3 out of 8 videos for the Libre Computer Tritium. Let's make a NTP server with a GPS receiver, and this is where we are. Install GPSD. I'm going to move my board down and I'll show you what I got. Let's see. Let's see. I have no financial, employment, personal, or family relationship with Indian brand or product. I purchase products that appear in my videos with my money. I'm retired. I just putter around. AI was not used in this video. This is where we are. Install GPSD and compile an example C program. Note, when Hurricane Helene came through in September of 2024, it crashed one of my time servers that I built in 2019, and I replaced that with the Libre Computer Renegade, and it's working right now. In November, I built 2 more Tritium receivers. They are working right now, test 1 and test 2. And for this video, I thought I would just go ahead and demonstrate how I built those Libre Computer Tritium time servers with the GPS receiver. Let me show you the web page here. Got a web page for www.time.gov, and they have an application over there to show you your how much your clock is off. This is about kind of the accuracy that I am after. You can build a pulse per second time server, but I don't need that accuracy. Just a few tens of a milliseconds is fine for me. It's tens of millions of computers are synced to about this right here, or even less, or more. Anyway, GPSD. Now, I'm just an average Linux user. I'm just an average dum-dum, and it is difficult for me to read and understand that GPSD documentation. So I installed the Debian GPSD package, and that maintainer in Debian, he has everything pretty much set up for permissions, sockets, groups, and whatnot. Now this is a rant. Now I do not want to deal with all those confusing permissions and settings and config files and other Linux distributions and BSD. To get an idea of what I'm talking about, just Google for GPSD site Red Hat. And now Red Hat is a commercial outfit, and they have people that are paid to support the Red Hat distribution. And I think Red Hat limits their support to just one GPS receiver and one interface card. Now, I could be wrong. So I am not spending my retirement giving free support to GPSD for the various operating systems. So if it's not on Debian, I'm not interested right at this time. So summary, this is what we're doing. If we have an isolated router, I want to build a Tritium time server with a GPS receiver, but we need to have connection to the internet right now so we can set up all of this, our time server. Now, before disconnecting any, this is the summary. this is a summary of what we're doing. Before you disconnect any wires, check the IP address of the Tritium. Install GPSD and some of the tools and packages. Edit that config file. Attach the GPS receiver. Reboot. Check that it's working. Those two commands. Download the C program. Compile the C program. Program will not compile, so we have to install the library, then compile the program, and then it will run. So that's the end of the summary. In case you didn't want to watch the rest of the video. Now, for me, I'm just an average Linux user. I'm an average dum-dum, and it is difficult for me to understand that GPSD documentation. I'm only going to install the Debian package. It has most of the permissions and sockets and groups and config files already configured. The Raspberry Pi 4 has lots of info. Just search for GPSD. There's over 1,600 results going back to 2012. Now, before we disconnect any of the HDMI wire, check the IP address of the Tritium, IP space A. So I'm going to pause the video. Hold on just a minute. All right, let me move my camera down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yesterday we moved my camera down. Yesterday we set up our Tritium, and we still got all our wires hooked up to it. And what we want to do is make sure, before we unhook the HDMI cable, make sure we know the IP address, so we can secure shell into that thing over the Ethernet. And so I'll unplug the keyboard and the HDMI cable right here. But let's make sure we know the IP address before we do anything. Let me move my camera back up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to get over there to my... now the writing on this screen is kind of real small, but I'll show you what I'm doing right here. Just type IP space A. Now, oops, I'm on the wrong key. I got 3 keyboards over here. Hold on a minute. I've got 3. Let me get my... All right, I got the right keyboard over here. Now, let me just type IP space A, and it gives our IP address. So we need to note our IP address, so when we disconnect these wires, we'll know how to. So when we disconnect these wires, the HDMI and the keyboard, we'll know how to get into that. So let me move my camera back up, and I wonder where I'm at on my notes. Yeah, there are numerous ways to log into the Tritium. Use whatever operating system and programs that you prefer, and the general idea is to secure shell into a user ID and a host. And on local networks, you may see like secure shell, user ID, and then some 192, 168. Now on this Tritium, I created that user ID, and I noted the IP address. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's disconnect these wires. Let's see. So when I disconnect the HDMI, I won't be able to get into to my, I won't be able to see the my screen. And what I do is I pinch that connector and try to be real careful when I pull it out. Try not to break anything. And the keyboard, I pinch the connector, try to pull it just straight out. Okay, so the only thing we've got is just the power and that Ethernet port right there, the Ethernet cable. And that's what they kind of talk about when they say headless. All right, let me see if this works. I've got a, have I got the right keyboard? Hold on, I got it wrong. Let me pause the video again to get my right keyboard, the correct keyboard. Okay, I've got my correct keyboard, and I've got just a command prompt here on Windows, and it's just secure shell. Oops. Secure shell. Batman at 192.168.1.18, and that should be like the over here on our notes. That's what we're doing right there. Secure shell into that Tritium. Let's see if that works. Oh, and ask for the password. Okay, now we're in our Tritium. All right, that's good. Let's see if I can get back to my notes. Now we want to install the GPSD package. Let me show you that package. I've got let's see, I believe it's this one right here. Normally when I install packages from Debian, I go to the Debian website and just check out their the notes on their package. And so this is the bookworm. That's what we're doing right here, bookworm. Let's see, they scroll on down a little bit. They have other packages related to GSPD, and I kind of scroll on down. Those are the depends, and these are recommended packages, and so this is where this comes from, the GPSD tools and the GPSD clients. That's a suggested package. So that's where that comes from. So let me get back over here to my notes. Yeah, that's where the GPSD tools and clients come from. So let's see if we can install those. It's sudo out. Did I spell that right? Let me check. Yep. And we should ask for the hold on just a minute. Let me see if let me pause this video. I spelled it wrong. I typed it. It should be, it's GPSD. Okay, now it's correct. Yes. And it takes, it doesn't take very long, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Now, some people put all of these installs on one line up there, but I just I just go ahead and just install them one by one. And the next one is Tools. GSP Tools. Let's see, did we? Get that right? Does that look good? Okay, let's get back over there and do the clients. Yeah, I do them one by one just in case there's, I mean, these things scroll by so quickly that a lot of times I miss some things. So let's do the clients. Wow, that might take a while. I'm going to just pause the video right here while it does that. All right, hello YouTube. Okay, we're back. It took several minutes for that package to install. Let's get back to my notes. Those were those three packages. Now the maintainer, the Debian maintainer, he has most everything set up. Once we have all of those installed, now let me just, before we do anything, let me get over here. Before I change anything, let me get over there to the etc directory, and it should be in the let's see where we at here. The default directory in etc. Change directory to default. And yeah, there's our the Debian maintainer. He created that file right there, and we should be able to do the list one. And this file right here, that's the one that that comes with the package, and he has most everything set up. Let's if you cat it, GPSD. There's he's got it kind of ready to put the options in there. But so let's before I do anything, oops. Let's copy that. Let's copy the original file. Copy GPSD to GPSD orig. Oops, I got to do the sudo. Now I've got I saved a copy of the original GPSD. Let's see now. The man page for the GPSD, I think I've got a man page already ready here. There it is. The man page on the Debian website, and there'll be dozens of options and things here. If we go down, let me see where we at here. This is the option I was looking for. It's the -n. When you see that in the config file, just go to the Debian man page for GPSD, and it shows you that. I think there's a I thought they had a, oh, I guess not here. All right. Well, anyway, that's where the dash N is if you want to find that, find out more about the documentation. Oops. Let me get to my notes. Yeah, there's no examples there. Now this is one of the GPSD config files from one of my my other Libre Tritium computers. This was back in November when I did that one, and I kind of wanted to show you what I was doing. Whenever I edit that file, I put my initials and the date and kind of what I did. Let me see here now. Now, what we want to do, there's on the GPSD man page, there's a, you go on down here. Now, it's just I mean, you can spend a long time trying to figure out what to do with this GPSD. Let's see here now. You have to, this is what we want to do. This is it right here in feeding NTPD from GPSD. This is what we want right here. This is kind of the thing we're looking for. So let me get back over there to my... now you can, some people have had success using the D package, reconfigure GPSD. Let me show you where that is. Now, you know, so the GPSD web, I mean, I have trouble navigating this site here. I'm just a dum-dum, so maybe it's just me. So you might think it would be here in that page, but no, it's not. It's in another web page, and it's not in a command here. Let me show you where it's at. Yeah, there it is right here. It's not even in the. It's not. You know, you might. For me, it would be easier if I saw the command, but it's not. It's hidden in the pros. There it is right here. D package reconfigure. That right there. There's that. Kind of hidden in the pros of these installation instructions. Now maybe it's just me, but I have a hard time reading this site. Yeah, they're just, well, let me just keep going. So let's, we can attach the receiver. Let me edit the, I'm going to edit that config file over there. So here the sudo, and I use my own text editor. You can use whatever text editor that you want. GPSD. And this is the original. Let me see if I can. Oops. I need to. I'm going to toggle this palette. Now you can use whatever editor that you want to. I use my own text editor, so I'm going to comment out this and kind of put my FMD into the date. Now you don't have to, but I mean, this is just what I do. Give me myself some notes on what I did. So when I come back, I can kind of try to remember what I did. And you'll see this in the Raspberry Pi forum. And there needs to be a quote right there. Put your device in the quote. Let's see, let me get back over there to it. Device. Oh, it is. I already have it ready for quotes right here. It's device TTY ACM 0. Oops, 0. Make sure I got that spelled correctly. Yeah, device TTY capital ACM. You'll see this if you look in the Raspberry Pi forums, you'll see that. And the options, let me see here now. Same thing, I'm going to come down here and comment out the original. And put my initial and date. Add the -n option. Let's see now. -n. Oops. And I think that's if I did this, that's in the installation thing. Is that right? No, it's in the time server. This is right here is what we're looking for right here. It's the GPS command when it starts up. That's what we're doing. And I think I've got everything ready. Let me just check my file over here. Yeah. And I will save this. And let's just cat that. And there's our configuration file for when it boots up. All right, let me get back to my notes. Try this. We can attach the receiver. Oh, well, wait, hey, hold on just a second before I do that. Let me just see if he's got his device set up. There should be a. Let's see. Do we have it? Is it set up over here? Is there a GPS thing over here? GPS chip. Well, I think when it sets, when I plug in my GPS, it finds it. So let me. I've got my GPS receiver down here. Here's my GPS receiver. Now I don't have enough knowledge to recommend any receiver. I just got the whatever the Amazon recommended was, and it was this one. And so we, oops, got my serial cable there. So we just plug in our GPS receiver. Now my window is over there about 10 feet away, so I'm just going to put this in the floor, and I think it will pick up the signal even though it's not in the window. So let me plug in my receiver. Did I do it? And I'm going to put my receiver on the floor over here. It's about 10 feet away from the window, but I think it will. Oops, let me do that. Did it show up over here? Is there a GPS? There's the GPS 0 right there. And let's see if I can. There it is right there. And I plugged it in. That's the. Oops. Let me move my camera up. You can see what I'm talking about. See right here. Here's the. When I plugged it in, there's the GPS 0, and that's the link over here to the TTY ACM 0. That's what we're looking for. And the maintainer, he has everything set up, all the permissions. So let me just show you that right there. The device, long, and let's just kind of scroll up here. There it is right here. See, he's got the group permission already set up. And it is just a nightmare to read all of those. I mean, if you go here to this site and try to follow these directions, it's just a nightmare to figure out all these permissions and settings and file configurations. So anyway, that's what we're looking for. Now I'm going to reboot. You'll hear me complain about this, but it's frustrating sometimes. Let's see. Let's do the sudo shutdown, reboot now. That's the command I'm doing. And it should log me off. And it'll take a minute for it to reboot. I'm going to pause the video right now. All right, I've rebooted my Libre computer, and now I'm going to log back in. Okay, we've logged back in. Let me get back to my notes right here. Yeah, we should see the that command if we do the. Let's see now. When it starts up, we should be able to see the. This is what I'm doing. I'm typing a PSAUX. Let me show you on my notes right here. PSAUX right here. We should see that show up in the. Let's see here now. You see it? Should be a GPS. Oh, there it is right there. If we did it correctly, it should show up in that list right here, the GPSD right there. And there's our command line when it boots up, the -N, and then there's that device right there that we're looking for. You know, some people, they'll pipe commands into there to make it. You may see this sometimes. Grip, GPS. Oops, GPS. And it kind of, you don't have to look through all those processes. But there it is right there. Same thing. I just kind of wanted to bring that to your attention. You can do it that way. And there's our command. Now, let me get back over here to the time service how to. Yeah, this is it's in the time service how to. There it is right there. That's what we're doing. Get back to my notes. And now we should be able to run the CPS, GPS. Holy cow, that's already, I mean, I wonder, it has already, I didn't know it would do that quickly. Let me, I kind of showed my, exact location here. I don't really want to do that, but let's see now. And see what I did right there is a CGPS. If you do that and see that screen, it'll show you the, let me do something else. Well, it's going to show my exact location. I really don't want to do that. You can do the GPS monitor. Q quits. Okay, now that we've got it working, let's compile the sample C program. Then we got to go through this again. Where do you think that thing is going to be? Do you think it will be in the client? How to? They've got a sample down here. They've got a see, there's all their description of the interface, and they've got a sample. Yeah, do you think the sample C program will be in here? No, it's not. It's not in here. They've got these programs here. They have a C++ example and a Python example. So this is what I'm talking about right here. It is just frustrating to read this web page. Nope, it's not there. The example program is not on that web page. You can spend several hours searching for that example page. The simple example. Let me show you how to get to the simple example. You can hear the kind of the frustration of reading this page right here. It's scattered all over. Go to home. I'm going to open another window right here. Now, do you see documentation on this list right here? I don't see it in here. But it's right here. Go to documentation. The home thing shows documentation. This is where it is. So there's the documentation, and you go on down. White papers. There's the C code is right here. The GPSD client sample page. Now here's the C code. You have to spend hours in their web page trying to figure out where the sample C program is. And this is the sample C program right here that I'm looking for. And they do give up, but it does give up the commentary line by line. So let's compile our sample C program. Now what I'm going to do is make a subdirectory over there on our Tritium, and we'll download that program over there. ls. So here's our I'm on my Tritium over here. Make a directory. You can call it anything you want to. I'm just going to call it GPS. Change directory to GPS. So we're in our GPS subdirectory. Let me get back here to my notes. And we want to get that sample program on the GNU web page, they have all the options for wget, and I want to get down to the timestamp section down here. This is what I'm talking about when you see me. The dash, that's a capital S right there. It keeps the timestamp from the original timestamp from that from the host over there. So that's what I'm doing. Get back up here. Get back to my notes. Right here, this is what I'm doing right here. Let me just show you. It's on the web. There's an example right there. That's what we're doing. But I'm going to use the capital S right there. wget capital S HTTP secure. And let me see if I can remember what that address was. All right, I'm going to pause the video while I try to type this in. All right, I've got it. I've got my I've got the typed in. I'm going to press return, and it should give us that example C program. Normally it just goes right ahead and grabs it, but let's see, this will take you just a few minutes. Let's see. I'm going to pause the video right here if it doesn't come on right quickly. Let me just pause it. Okay, it finally resolved it. It took a minute, but there's our example program. So if we do an ls, there's our example. It's in the text file. So let's just copy. I'm going to preserve the time example to example 1.c, and let's edit that. And I'm going to change the palette. Okay, so it shows us how to compile the program right here. Now, I'm going to go down here to the bottom, not the bottom, but right here where it displays the latitude and longitude. I'm going to put, let me comment this out. Now you can leave it in your program. What I'm saying is I don't want my GPS location. Let's just put 0, 0, latitude, and 0.0. And save that. Okay, now it gives you directions on how to compile it. It's we want to print zeros in the lat long fields. In the we should be able to head. There's how to compile that program. So we should be able to GCC example 1.c and link to that library and to the math library. And when it does, there's they can't find that GPS header. Let me get back to my notes. That's when you compile these programs. That's kind of common to see that. So you can search for the GPS library. Now I've already got it on the web page right here. Let me see if there's the library that we need to install. Now I usually just check the package library to see what it installs, if there's any recommended packages or suggested packages. So I don't see any. So let's just install that package right there. Let me show you what I'm talking about right here. If you do the app cache search for GPS, and I think I've got it in my notes over here. Yeah, right here. Search for and there should be a number of packages. I think I just saw it scroll by. It's this right here, this library. That's the one that we're going to install. And it's sudo app, install that Libre GPS development. And it doesn't take very long to do this. All right, so we've got our package. Oops. And we should be able to, let me do that. Yeah, we should be able to do our command again. GCC. Compile that program. Oops, so there's another. That's I'm gonna toggle the palette here, and it was complaining about this right here. I think those are some UTF codes that it doesn't like. Save that and compile it. Okay, now I think we've got us a program, and it's just A.out. I think I've got it in my notes here, just to once we get everything compiled, just run the A.out. And it should, there we go. It's got our time, and I commented out that lead and lon in that program. Now you can leave it in your program to if you wanted to, but this is how that program works. And you just mash Control C, and it stops. Control C, it stops that program. And that's this video on how to install GPSD and to compile that sample example C program. So thank you for watching. And the next one is install the NTP server. Thank you.